Ishak from Shaqtech here, bringing you another one of the basic Photoshop tutorials. Now in this tutorial we're going to be using the Artboard tool. Now the Artboard tool is less heard of in Photoshop as it is mostly for designers, web designers, program designers, and they more usually utilize it in Adobe InDesign and Adobe Illustrator. But the tool is in Adobe Photoshop for utilization. Alright, so to first get to the Artboard tool, you're going to have to right click on the left toolbar, the topmost, the move button. So the move button is the one with four pointed arrows. Right click on it, and then you're going to see Artboard tool. I'm going to click Artboard tool, and then that's going to give us our cursor like a crop kind of tool. So first we're gonna go with a random size artboard, right? So we're gonna draw around this image that I have on here, a square. So you just drag and you can create a square. Let it go. And there we go, we have an artboard now. And if you have noticed in the layers panel on the right, it has grouped the image into the artboard, which is pretty awesome. Now what is an artboard? An artboard is a way of previewing what your design or product will look like on a certain platform or canvas size. So an artboard is like you can create a sized canvas which you can preview your design or product on. So the artboard itself, so if you go back to the artboard, you click on the artboard, the size, so now there's different sizes where you can create this artboard to be. So if you're going to design it for a web page, or if you're going to design it for, let's say, an iPhone 6 Plus, right? It has the resolution, so if you click that, it will make the board appear to be what you would be able to preview on an iPhone 6 Plus. So this is their resolution of the canvas of whatever screen you're making it for. So this is like for people who are making a website or an app or some other design just for an iPhone 6 Plus, and you want to see how it looks, you can use the sizes, the built-in sizes for the artboard. So there's all sorts of sizes. So for a web page, which is 1080p, yeah, so it would automatically do it for you. If there's for, let's say, a MacBook Pro, there we go. So let's just say for a phone, so I'm going to go for the iPhone 6 Plus, and you can change the orientation of it. So you can make it portrait or landscape by clicking the two buttons up the top where they show portrait and landscape. That's pretty cool. So this is what, if someone was holding their phone portrait as an iPhone 6 and they were scrolling up and down, this is pretty much a mock-up of that screen. Alright, now another thing that's pretty cool with artboards is, so you can quickly make another artboard. So do that, just click your artboard, artboard 1, highlight it, and then you can click one of these add buttons and it'll add another artboard for you. You can add in bottom, above, right? And which is pretty cool. So as you can see, in artboard 1 is we have the image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate our layer, that image layer in there. So duplicate layer, okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag across the image into the other artboard, and as you can see, what it does is it groups it into artboard 2 automatically. So whatever I do on either artboard is grouped together in each artboard layer, which is very helpful for keeping your project tidy and knowing where each element is going. So that's pretty much it for an artboard. This is what an artboard does. Not necessarily used that much in Photoshop, as again it's mostly for someone who's designing a web design page or some sort of app development or software to see a prototype. Usually that's done in InDesign or Illustrator. However, again, it's a very helpful tool to see, like if you were to create a project, an image, or a Photoshop image just for a certain platform, this is a very helpful tool to prototype Artboards themselves have a layer style, so you can do things to them. You can put a color overlay on them, so all the layers underneath will be affected. So you put a color overlay, as you can see it has done that. Gradient overlays, strokes. You can do all sorts of things to the objects inside it, which is pretty cool, and that's pretty helpful. So it's pretty much acts as a group layer, however it's slightly different. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, stay tuned for more Photoshop basic tutorials. Artboard 1, and see you in the next one. Peace.